If I speak to organizations that are forcefully opposing illegal mining, they tell me it is very difficult to get enforcement. For example, if the police act and arrest somebody, that person is often out of prison very soon. Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 disclosed this observation during an interview and noted that although gold production has increased significantly, this growth is occurring in the informal sector rather than the formal sector. He further mentioned that he avoids using the term 𝗟𝗏𝗘 because it implies something cultural or uniquely African, which he believes is inaccurate.
Eye ora ojina eye Netherlands aban anamu ewo Ghana ha a oye ambassador ye freno 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗿 ono na ose wehu ade bi opese ode etudwose Ghana ha eye galamsey a yakoho fiti jama katabreso fiti ya santo anu mabreso nyina togbisiri no mabreso nyina yako ono de otumu se ebe mi se yentumi nko Ghana fo entumi nko ti no wo chirechire mu no se okun akwakoye se 𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗿 se uduru ba bi so akwakoye wo faase enanti ekuro umia eye ne ya uja so a eya yekuro ama sebe se wo faase enan nyina etina wo srese anka yemfo osie nyoyo na womo a se omu esi ejinaye na yeko etia eye galamsey e frani illegal mining no obia entimi enye no omunye bi no ka se eye womo a yedi tumi ya show mo nsa se nko womo nko no womo nko entia esanse ono de ni nsusu ye mu no ogidi se oko a yeko etia galamsey no se 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗿 se Ghana for tisa ana ora 𝗟𝗏𝗘 ode atudwa amai enti yensanko information ministry na ono so o defend COVID-19 sika bia yedi allowance ema health staff bi yenkwe.
The Ministry of Information has justified the payment of over 150,000 Ghana cedis to some staff who worked during the COVID-19 lockdown. This follows concerns raised by the Auditor General in his COVID-19 transactions report for the period of March 2020 to June 2022, questioning the basis for such a remuneration. The Auditor General 𝗟𝗜𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗍 subsequently directed that the Information Ministry refunds the 151,500 Ghana cedis paid to its own management and staff without approval. During a review, he noted that senior management staff and other supporting staff of the Ministry of Information paid themselves a total amount of about 151,500 Ghana cedis as COVID-19 risk allowance for coming to work during the lockdown period. But the Director of Finance and Monitoring at the Ministry of Information, 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗍𝗍, says the money was meant to motivate the staff. According to him, the allowances were part of the plan that was submitted to the Ministry of Health for approval.
Yo say baby in Ministry of Information asoye ana yedu ba we di omo gina eye tumi a ye de amomo sa brano ye nkyerɛkyerɛ nsɛmu nkyerɛ Ghana fo ana omo de kasa ama eye Ministry of Health. No mo say assembly Auditor General de aba betu dwa se sika bi afa ebinum nsase ewo eye Ministry of Health isn't nansen COVID-19 ebebetu dwa na yenimu say yesi edwumayefo bi limited staff fo bi a omo Ministry of nko mra edwuma isn't na yenuanum bi a yade echecheche wo mo na eso munya yarehwe nenso na yesi lockdown na ewo ho na omo no omutimi ekokoye esa adwuma ya aban ehye se obe ma omusika bi a eno ne nka omaketua no enti yebeka ya ora omampani eye Akufo-Addo etimi eba beye eye sa ne abrano meet Ghanaians na ya no ode etudwa no ka se omu a nka omu ye adwuma ewo eye baby a yehwe enipa se enipa eho edodo no aye ayaresabia no odi sika kakra ebeto edwa ede amaom na eba ne sa ye na Auditor General so say sika no bem say amfa kwan mu Ministry of Information kase enye se obi akwa akodi sika nemum eyade a omampani say so obeya otimi eye nti sika no enko be nemum ye de ehye nkran se de beya adwuma efui omosusu benya kakra hye omafunu mu a ombenya eye ahotoso kakra ede aye adwuma.
Fellow Ghanaians,
Okay, fellow Ghanaians.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Okay, and a young fellow Ghanaians, young God says
Okay, so residents of 𝗟𝗏𝗘 constituency in the Western North region on Wednesday, July 24, staged a protest against Speaker of Parliament 𝗟𝗏𝗙𝗘, demanding an apology for ejecting their Member of Parliament, Dr. Quarcoo, from the House. The controversy began when the Speaker deemed some comments by Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 as rude and asked him to leave the chamber, although Majority Chief Whip Frank Anodompreh apologized on Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘's behalf. The latter claimed he didn't authorize the apology, maintaining he did nothing wrong. In response, a group of residents believed to be the New Patriotic Party sympathizers demonstrated against Speaker Bagbin, describing his action as unfortunate and disrespectful to their MP and the people of 𝗟𝗏𝗘. They have demanded an unconditional apology within a week, threatening to take further action if their demands are not met.
Yo, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 na yedi tudwa se ye omama bia ewo 𝗟𝗏𝗘 ayigidi se omoye MPP mabunu bi na kasa womani enye eye ensem bi esi wo parliament na yenyina ye bekaya na speaker awangwagwen kasa ana no kasa din bi ayede ababeto omanumu se nka omonye na omonfo monsantim so na nka omonko eye court by time na omunkonko di djuma wonde ogidi se omama bi abo enwoso tinkebe yanka twentwen ye mra na nka onnihu komo kakra eno ana eye MP a wo hwe eye 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 so says right honorable we dey yesra ye kan be me se uhwiri edikan akansam no abra ye nyamfa ntu dwase ebedi hu abobo nti adabraka we dey nka mfambrem no ka se hey honorable me na one me kasa sa na se se o kan hu se meti akonwa mu eno no ka se se obekoso akeka sa nsem we dey ene marshal mesre munyi no emfiri eye na konwa mu eno na Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 ne bo anwa ototo mienu miensen bia no yante ewo microphone mu de but ye tete ana chese na enye kra ofi ho no ene koba se 𝗟𝗏𝗘 mabunu bi omo ye MPP force se omobo enwe omo ye mokra se yeyi MP efiri ho ye wo mu se owura no domprɛ de achopa bi ba se wanhye da anye ni ye but owura efiri ye se ono wanhye da anhye obi aso nkopa chewo but mabunu ni se omama right honorable na watwe baako se omepacho se wampacho dia enie omososo ombeye oyekire kesie bi etia right honorable enti na yeye no afi ho no na obia wo nasemu a wo kam ti yenyi last one if you na
okay, so the president of the African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, Professor Benedict Oramah, has urged African leaders to negotiate for better conditions when engaging the International Monetary Fund, IMF. He stated that this is imperative for African countries to benefit from their membership status with the IMF by demanding for a better treatment when going for support from the fund. Speaking at the launch of the Alliance of African Multilateral Financial Institutions in Accra, Professor Oramah stressed the need for African countries to work collectively in addressing challenges affecting the financial sector of various economies on the continent. It's either you go out there or quit, because we are members of the IMF. The only problem is that when they go, they must make sure that they treat us the way they treat the European and Asian countries. I think that's what we have to demand, he said.
You're not yet to us on Professor Benedict Oramah Onona, a president Emma the African Export-Import Bank. Onona Kase, a bibri muha kura wa ha se yeko IMF na yeko akwa jiska ya yentina se na yentimi endoso mu na yenye sika ebetimi aboan na yentimi the obroni friend negotiation yentimi enya no baba ni ye sanse be me se Africa ha de no yekotena se na sanse ye pesika no aye ho kiri yentina ya ye no wosa na ye de afa yekon echi na ode etoto eye de ekoso wo amanoni baabi aya no mu de omutimi eye no wese o se ono de ogidi se bibia eni ho a ekobone se obi kwa akobo besia de ebo e de hye enwumum na emum okoko tena table echi na besia okwa akobo no obepese ye bebo ni ye na bibia timi aye kama na wato obo ase na wa negotiate no kama pa enti sa ane ebeye no na wabo besianda o ya fashikada lo
dabi
ene unye business usro besia
ken wonwo
be wa fe troka kmanjwe no we
dabi ken wonwo miss mo mile nche no
o dabi wa fe na kan ko fe business
sai ma hisha mo kodona okay
be wa fe troka kmanjwe oporo no. All right, so we are ready to weld into the dailies. So what are the papers saying? I want to welcome Madam 𝗟𝗜𝗍𝗘 papa.
Good morning, Sopo and Miss Afarley.
Good morning.
Ashafo Yamamuina Akwaba Ofa Yedusui Yatunidi from the papers. Today is the last Friday in the month of July 2024, and so we are coming to look at stories making headlines in Ghanaian newspapers. And so we are starting with the Daily Graphic. As always, they report on truth and accuracy. On their banner headline, decade on remand without trial, 12 gained freedom at last. Africa's largest rooftop solar project commissioned in Tema. Autism symptoms reversible. A year pediatrician, a year Dr. 𝗟𝗜𝗍𝗘 and Okaseye page 12 of the Daily Graphic. Electoral Commission to conduct mop-up registration August 1st to 3rd, and also page 12. Winneba host 4th ECOWAS Parliament session, and also page 20 of the Daily Graphic newspaper. 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗘 ediswo Daily Guide. They say they are Ghana's favorite newspaper, and so on their banner headline, Kwapa Commission's largest rooftop solar project. Nana fulfills UHA's promise. Reform SHS policies to enhance students' well-being. 5,000 kayaye to be trained. A year NEIP boss. And I Okaseye page 6. Speaker host Ivorian counterpart, and also page 3 of the Daily Guide newspaper. The new finder 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗘 and yeduso 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗘 fan Adzika Guta Hills mid-year budget calls for consolidation of economic gains. CD depreciation and creditors cash add 134 billion Ghana cedis to public debt in 6 months. No decision yet to spill water from Akonsombo Dam. A year VRA and Awanum 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗘. Tourism and hospitality should be seen as serious business. A year Professor Gabriel Ishen and 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗘. Central Refinery's full operational license receives ARDA and SITAC praise. In Tianonso Ubehuno page 9 of the new finder 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗘. The Chronicle, they say they are the spear of the nation concerning Bawumia fulfills promise. Construction equipment for MMDAs arrive. Distribution will start very soon. Kojo upon Nkrumah to deliver 2024 Buzia Institute lecture. Now, concerning NAPO, I am committed to supporting Bawumia to deepen bond with traditional authority. Say Matthew Opoku Prempeh. VRA sensitizes residents on emergency preparedness plan. NDC to launch 2024 campaign in Tamale tomorrow. Until you look out for that. And no, the Chronicle 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗘. The Daily Post newspaper. NPP embarks on dangerous roadmap in desperate attempt to avoid looming defeat in December. Botched Snit Hotels deal. They ran down the institutions, do sweetheart deals, and distribute among themselves. Eye Sophia Ekufu, former Chief Justice, and our Nonso 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗘. Bawumia wants to debate Mahama to resurrect his dead political career eye adongo ena oka say into onside can Daily Post do bokratana na wakenken bi ama yen the Daily Dispatch. They say factually reliably factual. You are a very honest man, and I have no doubt you can do the work Baumia has given you. A year, Okuapehene, and I oka say a year, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe. Ghana Police Intelligence Unit, key factor in law enforcement, and also Ubehuno Ewo, page 2 of the Daily Dispatch. After page 11, Goyle wins Oil Company of the Year 2024. And see where their congratulations to Goyle. Yet Twaswa, the Ghanaian Observer do Bokata, and ye do so Baumia. I say I'll use common sense. Okay, Baumia will use common sense approach to transform lives. A year, Gideon Boakon and all can say VRA allays fears over spillage upon coma to deliver 2024 Buzia Institute lecture. Mining sector's contribution to GDP hits 13 billion Ghana cedis. Ekufuado and Otumfo to grace Kumasi High's 60th anniversary. And the Ghanaian Observer we na no pay one ede ebre Ghana for the new weekend crusading guide. And ye do so VRA allays fears over dam spillage. High Court orders Lands Commission to delete all or die in tow family entries and titles in public records. And no behuno page 10. Afe ye koi Okuapemenswa Okuapehene testifies to Napo's humility, urges support for NPP running mate. 5,000 Kayaye to be trained by 2024. A year Kofi Ofosu in cancer. And I also say since 2017, government has delivered 1,000 homes to security agencies. In Tianonso, Kojo Ponkroma, and I all can say the new weekend crusading guide winner, one of Eddie Airbrain and pay the Metro Lens, the Krata. Your court page 10, President Ekufuado's $60 million vision for you has realized. Afe your court Nigerian, so Nigerian High Commission demolition. Osu Manklalo's family fires back, denies $50,000 embezzlement allegations against Duke ACN. And on page 3, NDC launches campaign in Tamale, and also Behuno Ewo page 9. Afe Eastern South Regional Police Commander lays mom to rest in Achim Asamam tomorrow. Addressing rural urban migration, 5,000 Kayaye to be trained by 2024. A Kofi Ofosu in cancer. And I all can say page 7 of the Metro Lens newspaper. The Republic newspaper. The Republic Press newspaper, they say they are serving the Republic. Killer pastor jailed for wife's murder. We will beat up Quarcoo. NDC threatens. Afe dildos and vibrators use are still unlawful. Supreme Court insists. President of National Assembly of Cote d'Ivoire calls on Speaker Bagbin. We need your help to bring aggrieved NPP members back. 𝗟𝗍𝗘𝗍 begs for force intervention. 4 arrested excavators burnt as Forestry Commission takes measures against illegal mining in Subri Forest Reserve. Republic Press, there were no matter Ghana for Anape Enunye. The Inquisitor, Derubo Krata, NID A Chato. There's a story here that says Roman Ridge redevelopment, guy men on the prowl to grab government bungalows. And this is Tom's Tamale for campaign launch. And no, Obehuno page 3 and 4 of the Inquisitor. Afe yeko Okuapehene nswa Okuapehene confident in Napo to assist DMB as he extols running mate honesty. Using dildos and vibrators to please yourself is still unlawful. Supreme Court and at one say there's a story that is coming up here. Mr. 𝗦𝗏𝗃𝗍𝗏 and the ugly happenings at Ghana Maritime Authority. Enti the rubo krata ayedi echato eni ha and ayedi the rubo enkrata no ebesi. All
right, indeed, the enkrata no. Apostle 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗏 na apostle hima okese ebema no bye na afi ya to aso yesusu ye twa ye ho aba ye ba pe ye ba bedi nkomo nti ye krado ye ready ye ba sisia.
It's been 60 plus 3 years of autonomy, 60 plus 3 years of revival and renewal with formidable growth. It's been 63 years of celebrating the birth of Ghana Methodism. Under the auspices of the Heritage Directorate, we bring you the 63rd Autonomy Week celebration from Sunday, July 21st to Sunday, July 28, 2024. Series of activities have been outlined for the celebration in all societies across the connection. Sunday, the 21st of July 2024 is the launch and opening of exhibition. Monday, 22nd July is a memorial service. Tuesday, 23rd July is a talk on the history of Methodist Church Ghana. Wednesday, the 24th of July is an inter-class quiz competition. Thursday, 25th July, Organizational Music Festival. Friday, the 20th of July, Autonomy Prayer Meeting for the Methodist Church Ghana in all societies. Saturday, 27th July, is Society Evangelism Program and tour trip to Diocesan Heritage Site. Sunday, the 28th day of July 2024, is the Autonomy Thanksgiving Service together with a flag raising ceremony at all the diocesan cathedrals. It's the 63rd Autonomy Week celebration. Let's join hands with the Heritage Directorate as we celebrate the commemoration of the day when the Methodist Church Ghana was granted a fully fledged conference status by the British Methodist Church in 1961. It's Autonomy Week celebration. Look out for the 60+3 Autonomy special chocolate to support our heritage site. This advert is powered by Communications and Publications Directorate.
Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready for another experience of educative, fun, culture, and an atmosphere of worship? Then it's another Yasta season. The Youth Development Ministry of the Methodist Church Ghana is inviting all young people in the connection to the 19th Binary Youth and Student Assembly from the 1st to 4th of August 2024 at the Pentecost Convention Center, PCC, Kaswa. Don't be left out. Come have an amazing experience.
Alright, so it is welcome back to the show. Ahana misi edua afi yeba bedi nkomo na also so wetimi ede wano atumu bi enti munim said ye no nene ye hwehwe nsam na gu pa ye hwehwe nsam na gu na nia ye free mu na yetimi edi nkomo no montwen na mimfa entudwa said be ya you can prepare yourself now. So we are going to be talking about the national food suppliers. Womo eka womo nsem actually Ministry of Education by extension womo de kire aban say aban we nyina yi a ene de ba picketing ne de afewura na post so a one eye ahemfo ewo nungwa empotamu edi nkomo kase nkebe ya anka ahemfo so muntumi fo ma no ento amanyo semu kakra afe Dutch ambassador so etimi atona numutuo plane nye plane fa se ono de ohwa okon aye kon edi atia galamsey no yare se Ghana man nyina wanyi otwe wanyi adoa wo se emuado man nyina ewo kwaye mu nyina ye nyina na yare osono ka ho bi jata peteku nyina eka ho bi obi are afi so na ye ko se hwiwi oso a eye maburu bi omwo se hwiwi oso a omo de omususu se omo ye MPP for etimi aye ensentrofo enhyiamu bi akyere eye speaker babin se de oye dano no se oma eye owura free yi se won free mrahye bedwa dan mu hon wanye ni yi omo de omususu ye mu no ye mepa acho afi so se ohwa nanka de twato okra no Afri Bank omososo womo kase Ghana man ene Africa nyina se ekona se ekwa akobo besia opono a wotina chire a udoso wunsemu etrotro nkrata ema yebisebisa ho nsem ya na ye ekwa akoye se yesuru kakra se ye ne yekobo besia nti ya na yekwa yintimi negotiate yi nti no osre se hu behia se negotiation no ebe koso kama na yasre papa ewomu o de compare eye amonone omo de omo kwa mutimeje na nsi hu no kuma bi said eye multi credit for eye man no e de ye kwa na yakojeja ye ho na eno na me fa so bi sa na se wabo besia da ana na se ono omo besia edda.
So you see, there's a difference between going to someone to take money from the person and going to someone to take something from the person.
And money and something, no, differentiate.
You see, so you use money to buy a lot of stuff. Okay, so it's not like you've not borrowed money before, or you don't owe anyone. You owe people because you sell stuff. And so probably you go to the supplier.
Okay.
Do you understand my point?
You,
so you
pick the items. So you saw them before.
Yeah.
No, this time I'm talking about going to take
borrow
the money.
Oh, okay.
You saying that
no.
I need an amount of so and so. All right. Enti ahwefo ene wo so fry baby sa pass e wa bobesia da. Na wo bobesia ne de na ade ye. Ebi wo mutimi bobesia e de kori yogurt ni chinchinga. Na uye den ebo besia edi twawanu
men to pay back
men nyete se bra bia minim no ne ho kire no po bebo besia de adidi afi obewie na ni tua aye difficult. But we can start talking about the national food suppliers in someone omudi ababa betudwa. So they are urging the Ministry of Education to pay them promptly for some time now. Say between 6 to 7 months there. Oma was so my homa was so now it is not as if they have not asked peacefully. This time the ministry will want them to ask forcefully. And no almost some of the penisa say ministry no peneton and penenoadia and your modene. We are hoping that Mr. Taylor will join us on a teacher so that he can give us his perspective of what the teachers also think about this. It's an say say supply of foods or the release or the dispatch of foods from the national buffer stocks. It's true, baby. Children are hoping that their food will come out sometime for a very long time. Yeah, and Emma. Now, what are you saying about this?
All right, and so you realize that the national food suppliers, So usually the national buffer stock buys some of these excess products that they have and then distributes it to the various schools. That's the secondary schools across the country.
Yes.
They don't distribute it to basic schools. It's only the secondary schools. And so if you've been in a boarding house before, you realize that sometimes you are on the compound and then you realize that the van walks and goes through the school and then goes to the kitchen area and then offloads some of the issues. Some of the food stuff that we eat, and so these are some of the things that they do for us. But if these farmers are going to produce these food items and then they are being owed about 7 months, that tells us that they won't be able to probably buy their seedlings, pay other farmers or farm hands that will help them work in these farms, and then be able to produce the food that we are looking for. And so this tells government that at least, if you are doing something about it, you are paying it even in months. You
all right,
will be
now
able
so
to do it.
we have Mr. Quarcoo 𝗟𝗡𝗙 on the lines, right? So he is the spokesperson for the National Food Supplies, and we want to understand some basic things about the reliefs they are seeking right now from the Ministry of Education. In fact, they want their money paid immediately. Other than that, they will stage a picketing. All right, Quarcoo.
Yes, hello.
Good morning, Leke. Enwaka. Me phone ton. All right. We want to understand what really you are seeking for. We understand between 6 to 7 months now you have not been paid. What exactly are you looking for, and how and why did we come this far?
Thank you very much. I would like to say thank you for this opportunity given to us to express our views on this big platform. And good morning to all your listeners out there.
Morning.
Our issues are many, and all has to do with payment of arrears. And when those payments are due, those who are supposed to be giving us the money, after having gone to collect the money from government, they come to sit in their offices and pick pen and paper and subject our money to fraudulent and fictitious deductions.
Wow.
They do those deductions with impunity, arrogance, and disregard for business ethics and the ethics that governs them in their office.
Okay, so Quarcoo, with this reference, are you talking about the national buffer stock or the ministry? Who is doing these fraudulent deductions?
Well, we can only throw the blame, share the blames equitably among the Ministry of Education, Commodity Exchange, and the buffer stock.
Okay.
These are the main institutions who control how the money gets to us. And so if this is what we are talking about, if our monies are being subjected to fictitious deductions without explanations, we can only blame these three institutions.
Okay.
What am I talking about? When we procure these foodstuffs from the farmers, we incur expenditures such as rebagging, because we need to get the bag that is sizable and that is of the standard required by Ministry of Education. After that, we bag them and we pay for the cost of bagging and the cost of loading into truck, and we pay for transport. When the foodstuffs get to the schools, we again pay for offloading. Then we send our invoices to get paid.
Okay.
And under the contract, we are expected to be paid in a matter of 3 months, which is 90 days. And that we are also made to understand that we are supposed to pay 3% withholding tax. That is all that is deductible from our money.
Okay.
Then we got the notification that after having deducted the 3%, they subject our money to 3%, in some cases 3%, in some other cases 4%, in some cases 20%, and they don't offer any explanations to those deductions. When I finish, I'll share the letter we have addressed the ministry. Up to now, we have not gotten a response from them. Let me cite my case as an example. I did 4,000 bags of maize to Kumasi, this is Ashanti region, Greater Accra region, and Volta region.
Okay.
When my time is due for payment, they took tax withholding close to about 70,000 Ghana.
Ooh.
After that, they are retaining 300,000 Ghana cedis of my money, which is about 3 billion.
Wow.
And that is replicated across all the suppliers. So calculate. For me, I am the lead supplier. I'm the lead supplier for 2024.
Yeah, Miss Amedome, what is their justification for such a deduction? Because a withholding tax we know is statutory. What about that extra money they are deducting? Have they been able to explain to your outfit the reason for such a whopping deduction?
First of all, let me touch on the withholding tax. Agribusinesses in this country are not taxable. So we are exempted from tax. We are not supposed to be taking tax. But we started what they've been doing. So whether they pay to GRA or not is another matter we'll answer on another forum. Then on the second deduction that they do, we have not been provided with any specific information. The only hint we got was that they said they have conducted an audit report that shows that the foodstuffs we sent to the centers were not up to the weight. And so I don't know by what calculations, by what deductions, my money sums up to 300,000 Ghana cedis, which is 3 billion. My question is, how did we come by the invoices? When you send the foodstuffs to the campuses or the schools, the headmaster, the bearer, and the storekeeper are made to weigh every bag you bring in and ensure that every bag is with the required weight, the content is with the required quantity and the quality before you are accepted, before your SRV will be signed for you to go and make your claim.
Okay.
So in cases where your weight is shortened, you are compelled to bring it up and top it up before your SRVs are signed for you before they can go for your money. So after having gone through all that, and the headmasters have attested to our invoices that we have brought the required weight and quantity and quality and everything, then you go behind us without our knowledge. You go to say you have conducted an audit report of which we don't know of. We have had different engagement. We have been chasing our money for quite some time, over 6-7 months. There has never been any indication in our meetings that you are conducting an investigation and you have realized that we are not sending the right quantity. We only get to know when government has released money for us to be paid. Then after having taken the money, the required money from government coffers into your coffers, then you sit in the office and take a pen and paper with concocted audit investigation and fictitious audit report set to deduct money from suppliers' money that we have gone to borrow, money that we have gone to use our properties as collateral to secure, upon which interest is being calculated on every month. Money that you have been withheld for 7 months. Now that you want to pay us, we are subjected to all kinds of fictitious and voodoo deductions without our consultation. That's what we are talking about.
Did I just hear you say a voodoo deduction?
Anything without explanations, anything that has no logic, it only happens supernaturally.
Okay.
But who is supposed to make these payments? I'm asking this because in March earlier this year, you staged a protest at the National Buffer Stock Company. What was your reason? And who is supposed to pay you these amounts you are talking about?
It was a payment. It was a payment for hoping 2 years.
Yes. Since 2022, yes.
I'm talking to you now. We did some supplies in 2021 with regards to milk, millet, and beans. My brother, they paid us half. And we couldn't go to take a full amount from government. They divided the money into two and paid us. We have tried every means to collect our money till now. They don't want to give us the money.
All right. So it appears.
How can we be successful in the implementation of the free SHS?
Yeah.
They think they are doing us.
Yeah.
But they are frustrating the policy itself. They are frustrating the policy that is meant for the benefit of the ordinary man.
All right, Mr. Medome.
Have the opportunity to send his child to school.
Mr.
They think they are doing us.
All right.
Yes.
So it appears tempers are high. It appears you are angry, which is very legitimate because when your money is being withheld without any legal reason, in fact, everybody will be angry. Now, what is the way forward? What are you going to? We understand you are going to have some press conference and follow it up with picketing. Can you explain to us what exactly you are going to do after this interview?
Permit me to begin answering this question in a chief proverb.
All right. Go ahead.
Which station am I talking to, please?
Or you can speak Chi. No, oh, WTV. This is WTV. It's the only station where we speak 4 languages at the same time. So you can speak your Chi and later speak Ewe. We'll understand.
Good.
All right. Now, Gagblela Fogama. Atawaglela Fogama, huh? All right.
Mega
hogger. All right.
Monday, we are having a press conference.
Okay.
And we are following up with something we call 𝗟𝗓𝗘 picketing.
Okay.
Because they have frustrated our businesses, they are closing our businesses. We are only left to be slaughtered and buried.
All right.
So this picketing that we are going in for is 𝗟𝗓𝗘. All
right. Okay. So thank you so much. I mean, translated into Ewe, 𝗟𝗓𝗘. Thank you so much, our brother. Our comrades will be on standby to come follow these happenings. We are equally not happy. You are supplying our children food, and the fact that our children keep complaining that food is really not reaching them is a matter of concern. So we empathize with you. We pray that the Holy Spirit will aid these officials, Ministry of Education, the buffer stock, to do what the needful is. Mr. Taylor, you are with us here. You have been following the conversation. Who your church or not? You have an oversight on most of the secondary schools. What is the feeding situation now in our secondary schools as we speak now?
Yeah. Good morning. So for Miss Nane before and no question. One of the issues are unions. I can't want your feeding our secondary schools in connection with the free SHS. It is coming up that some and share down your unions know at the publications about Akasa severally. Yet so they be or the contrary views at the back. As they tell us, oh, if you are no home, if you are no say. But what is happening now is a clear indication. Say, if you are near some course or secondary schools, no, and I think that government must accept that there are problems in the implementation of the program, especially with the feeding. Now, on the unions, the stakeholders, and tenacity. Now you see how these are going to be solved. Look at the way the man is giving us the information. Look at the way, but first off, almost all issues. The headmasters have their issues. The students themselves have their issues. Your call rounds are, we see a lot of things with our eyes. Yet, you better acquire say people are not talking the truth about the policy. Nobody is interested in the downfall of any policy of any government. But we are saying that feeding is not going well, my brother. feeding is not going well in our secondary schools, and I think something might be done. I am on about 3 platforms of senior high school because my daughters are in some of the schools.
That's right.
And parents are paying. Parents are paying for food. Some are voluntarily giving food. I mean, some of the platforms I am on, where I am a parent as well, you will see a parent go for their bags of rice, sometimes tubers of yam, to support the school in the feeding. Things are not going well with the feeding. And I think that, yes, it cannot be 100%. It's a human institution. I buy more than say, Obetina say, I share Nyoma Enko ye, I will feed in the moon, Nankola no Yeduanepa, and yes, I will be no. Yari na shom between and the best I'm why.
All right, Mr. Taylor, I think I also share with what the perspective of you as a supervisory body more. In fact, the children are actually crying. Food is just not getting to them through the pantry. Yesterday, I had a call from St. Peter's. My my Form 3 boy together with my Form 2 boy were all asking for extra money and extra food after just sending them food and money only 3 weeks ago. I'm saying, boys see boys need by heart,
because I remember my kid's sister. She was one of the girls' school, one of the big girls' schools in the Eastern region. And she called one day, she was like, nah.
There's no big school. Mention the name.
Krobo Girls.
I have mentioned St. Peter, so mention that.
Krobo Girls. And so she was like, nah, when I have one year, I have makoko. Bread, behi.
No bread.
And then the following day, I asked the when I need to school, mini a honey, Ikeo, Lebanon, what the Tom Brown. Sugar near me, sugar apple far, a 1 year, 1 way pea, washing 1 year near machine.
Mr. Taylor, Otin Cranka, dear Manaka in Quebec, ya papa,
cocoa bread in the following day, Tom Brown and sugar for Asia.
Mr. Taylor, now I can relate. Go ahead.
I can relate. Some of the schools who are catch you say, you call a dining now, just say, a sugar echo. Yeah, you call just say a bread echo. I mean, I don't know. It is a way of parents. That's a way you call a colano. They be honest with you. Yes, it's true that we cannot get everything say near penal and the person because we are looking at a lot of people. But say a colano school now is only the bread. My brother, what a bread? I am chef fridge man. How long can the bread take?
Oh, 2, 3, 4 days.
Parents, bread the bit and the carbon yeah. 1 week.
Me say, yeah, twice on that. This is a funny. So for me, I thought about it. Me call last 3 weeks now. Me call a year Augustine's house. I was St. Peter's. Now room home I'm so. Me call sheho. Ti me call I'm so. Me yourself for me share the ni cash. 18 room home na omuye 20 or so. Monje 200 Ghana na munkoto brodo. Me supply bro. Yo. Hey. Brodo who did ni? And I stood there and say, you don't know what you have done for us. In a whole,
so imagine free SHS.
Anyway, but your yentua so orana po ede ensembi atudwa abra oko nungwa traditional area okase nananom onform ho enye se ye amanyosem ba omunkabi enye se omu be ya amanyosem mum na mum ba bi achia no omu ntenetene ba bi so atenetene se ye hwe na ye yie so omunye no sa emaye me pacho de na o kan afa owura Matthew Poku prempe asemi ho.
Okay, Megasepa, I will take it on 2 legs. Nananom a womoye mpenyimfo wo omanmu a bibiano efa omanim omoso ekita position and they can speak on issues no. I mean there's nothing wrong say on hini bi ahwe hu say bia oman ade wo enkoye no oche na dwen and I say oche aban say oh aban wo ye ne say ankaye. That one I don't think there's anything wrong with it because all of us as stakeholders ye na yeti oman mu no a duty say behwe bibi because na say yeah ye baka ho asem. Now, those who are in authority will work on it. But the Constitution is also explicit that our chieftaincy group, that is the Ahimfone traditional leaders, no, they cannot engage in partisan politics.
That's right.
And to say yes, people say strictly MPP, strictly NDC, strictly partisan there. And they so to abdicate the position and start with active politics.
That's right.
And this is there. I agree with the framework of the constitution because on mine now we show almost say no. Ebini with MPP, ebini with NDC, ebini with UPP, ebini with all other parties. And to one hour we on here now would be no. So we yes we MPP ni, and I say we NDC ni a. Ebema yenoma yen kasa party no no. Ya kwa say oh and na de umpire say and asa na nka ye ho. Information na shem bra kra na ebeye den say ye betumi ene na ananze. Intina from the constitution aka say they should not participate in partisan politics. But I believe say maybe because na say there I think the chiefs have the right to speak on it. Now, in speaking on the matters no, we also we are careful. So we are careful the line they will go because what make us say oh why are they the measure say my man for no better amount Emma when your position there and what could be I don't know.
That's right.
And see when they are speaking they must speak in a way to give all of us the flattered confidence oh on any way there on mine no here sem and all can but yes on one political persuasion and all can say Koban side any problem but say or the no politics media one shall man for the crowd, one should I embody. All right, you say, yes, sir, I am for it to make sure cautiously.
Sure. And one wakana, you call Netherlands embassy or Ghana, or Jeron, so I can't BB or Patchless say Ghana or Kwaye Kuetia Galam say Nidia Yawekra, on yet Ghana ni to I ambassador in a niche in your man who said. Empo law enforcement agencies I say omunko buan omukra some do mo aforimu some ayahwe hanyu. I think this is not good for us as a country. Say even our international friends are observing that we are losing from the fight against galamsey, my brother.
So when Pastor say we are losing, no, in my opinion we have lost it all. We have lost it, Papa. And I say this because I travel quite well across the country.
That's right.
But then baby is here. So now we be say yes, security agencies now as of they are not doing it in so much of hidden places. Sometimes by the roadside. And one of the places around I am free. Police barrier be some police barrier in China and so just about that so they are left. Hey, machines this is what and a power and a there's a police barrier around that place. I did not see and so it's good the driver say what is going on?
They don't have the mandate. They don't have the mandate to go and stop. Omo say car e ba no omunhwem no omo stop car no by amfa gold ene ne ho galamsey into yanka.
But sometimes my question is whether they have confronted them to say they are legal or illegal operators. But so praying, I will say very serious farmlands, cocoa lands are. Nanka for etumi ebwa eti cocoa was so ebwa yen. Ama omani to me foreign estate cocoa production in this country. It's all time low. And yan shini ya sanyo manema a hard pa. Now look at the water bodies. Me kosikwa. Me kosikwa ye nkwala ye kobobo e wo krobo. Ye kobobo krobo ashama area hona ashama krobo. Nsionu eno na yanu. Today go to Krobo and look at River Pra. Go to Biposo and look at River Pra.
Yeah, Biposo. I mean, so when you are driving, we
are creating a very serious problem for ourselves.
Yeah.
I like what Otumfo is doing. Otumfo is very, very, very emphatic. So we are here. That's how we don't work this and I said to me who said you are part of a syndicate helping this galamsey to flourish. Over to okay to me abandoned nice folk. So we are minister, we are DCE, we are whatever. That's a me who said who woman me too. That's a cabano edit your say you are and get back in.
All right.
From what I think going around this country,
it's bad.
We are losing it.
It's bad. I think that you bringing Otumfo ADA in enye mouth talk nkwa nye se wo kasa na emu modo si ayoyo he has demonstrated right on television. Say, oh, you will be a free because of galamsey aseminti aban edru baby a ahwehan no adoso. But let's quickly jump to 𝗟𝗏𝗘 na mabunu a omo MPP muso so say right honorable wanka ni yi anye ni yi say oyi eye owura 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 free 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏 mu ho mpa cho ho so den na wo kan fa ho
me did say or institution bia e won mbra or the adwuma
yeah
and it is important say say yehwe say samra no ebetumi aye adwuma nia speaker no ne right wo hwe wo mo rules na say obi on anadwen mu no so obi bibia ebe disrupt parliament ne nyoma na say on speaker na say emfa parliament adwuma enkoyi a owotumi say oyi no. Now, question is what do we see? Is it part of obstruction? And I said no. That one is in the judgment of the speaker. And the speaker did say now all or hardly. Now me when say sanka enya dia or hardly enka majority chief whip enka on patcho on his behalf. Now Messon said
okay.
Say you will baby na say mbra bi opa. Mama yema mbra no so enye djuma. And the question say our inability to make sure the rules work. That is why we have come to where we are. And to me, the majority say, who's the nonsense speaker? Ekasapa said Parliament, and maybe how Moya and go for outside. I show almost KG4 cry into me, yes, sir. And sometimes we should even notion a parliamentarians in Binum. Who is almost say, I didn't see you to Abamo. No more, no more, you maybe say. And I think that the speaker doing this is a way of sending a signal. Of course, it's not the first time, but the speaker is sending a signal. Say, and you maybe want to say, we get us a 1 year. But in doing that, so on senior or any now so so that will be so ample. But I think that in sitting on the law, making sure that the law's work is one of the ways to go. And in my opinion, the speaker did what is right in the law. Otherwise, the majority will not have apologized. So the member of parliament must.
Mr. Taylor, are you there? All right, I think okay. All right, ain't Ben say Mr. Taylor Nahoma no and mate where do we on say voodoo conspiracy say then not just say a mystical and then very mysterious with Mr. Taylor, but whatever it is in himself so we have been discussing very important issues this morning. Yashe say national food supplies or more kasa say enya de omusika no monsa ebeka dia ene ensem bebrebe timis. All right, Mr. Taylor ye ne bie phone lines no be me say ensem ne de waka ni nyina say speaker ojina amamra so eni tumi a wo say speaker of parliament no de ye de oye ana afa so majority chief whip so abe patcha o de ane mabunu yi wo mo haw ne say but
the man said he didn't do anything. He didn't ask anybody to apologize.
So so it's based on what he has said na share mabunu no mo so sa kutupa, but it is also in the right of the young people to also ask questions as well. Well, they are beginning to ask whether or not speaker or intolerant. But from my point of view, the majority chief whip, it doesn't really put speaker in that intolerable state, because okay, I say speaker be speaker, why fairness, and this is coming from an opposition person in parliament. Well, Mr. Taylor, ye be phone lines near Koba. Ye ka bibi so afa ye Ghana na bibi mremu a omukọ se omukọ akopesika no ane yes sir master yes sir na ye de ahwe ye tirimu pan na aba betera ha. When we open the phone lines, so we'll let you comment on this now.
All right, into your phone lines ni be 0256253461 and our face 0538350625 and apawi na ye kasafa National Food Supplies Association almost can say Pikete Education Ministry and our face near Kikao. Your question of the day and say Okay, so is there privacy in marriage? No enka ho, but ene na ye kasafa na po oka
say so nga so mabo besia da na.
Mabo besia da na. Aha, okay, it is so far some question no. Into mabo besia da so frey a obetumi achechu matchen. How are you auditi aka na.
Yes.
Any na audit scan here. Aha. Into me fan ko didi. Into who didi a frey am pacho men kan twen.
That's right.
I think so is Ghana losing the fight against Galamsey? And also so the next question na ofra obetumi ehia no ede amayen pacho ofra ma TV volume no embra from enfamai.
All right, inti Miss na yedas. Inti Mr. Taylor, you want to touch on besian bobo ya say minsro mi misadia na nka ye nyina ye bi se ni ebiso Mr. Taylor also so wetimi abo besian da na na abo besian. Okay, yanko Mr. Taylor one kasan winiba homra sesia. All right, abeku you are in winiba.
Yeah, I'm winning by yes, please.
All right. Abeku, lower your volume, please.
Yeah, I'm winning by.
Yes, lower the volume on your set.
Okay, so far, yes. Yeah. Hello.
Go ahead, please. You're on air.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. So for the year, I'm being good, Mr. Taylor. My former dance chairman, later.
Yeah.
All Casafa, the issue of parliament, and said, na entry kakra I was you also MP no out transfer. If you so of Casafa Galamsey, need na Wakasa Papa and answer. Then speaker also of course kakra. Because almost standing orders, no, it could me as apply the first aspect of it, say Janka, MP no, and withdraw as a man or come. Now on part, but of 15 years now on 30 years on site, if you change this one now, a member fan. Let me say, you to Abama MP no, you to Abama MP is all represent the people of the yours. It is a big cramp for S was half man as well. As a speaker who's the whole that be a CP, PMP, our parliament, or any of both sides. What means a name unnoticed a side of the plan for it to be a cacazentrate and repeat someone in parliamentary proceedings now. Into your son of your panacho.
All right.
Next time, I say of Frostra, or more the Ambra, no on my MPs, no or more basic rights. No sanctions do and yet basic night and buffer in the camera. That's it.
Okay. Rich, good morning. No for every mention.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's say, you should show the bar. The bomber bass. The bomber bass power in the view. Now, Malaysia, the other book, parliamentarian candidate for shut out. The shut out so now we believe. One of the that doubt our leader. Ghana no engineer that. She said speaker, we are the moment speaker. Apamo. About 10 years about the party. Instead of so about the party, but what was it you to the team? And a youth to respond demonstrating. You make a what you it's a Ghana baby. Here, parliamentarians, no, I have to about more, no, once before my dinner, Ghana any because demonstration here goes to who and people, we are the first person, now it's not the captain, we die. But the year and the year, not come up to the I die. By one of what you force so much in ever was I never do. It's just speaker. It's been there, that time, or you super India, or no special of Buddha. The proof be at the king of Buddha.
Rich, yen to me, can say MP Nation, which in a or moye near or moye, Abia almost a muna more muquine.
Can't be so much here. Come out and say that. And let me move out to the Embra. Quiet, and also kill it. Who take you private part of all that country care. And you're not the part of mine. And it's just to be a person who said, you make a watch out here.
Okay.
Come out and
Richard, that's it. Okay, Richard, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Hello, Francis. Good morning. No, for every go watch us.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning.
Okay.
And
I'm Bishop.
Right Reverend Pastor McGranty said, also for many, Mr. Taylor, I say, it seems we have lost the battle on fighting Galamsey.
Okay, Francis, here to you. Okay. Fireman, good morning.
Morning, Anita Dijabokodi.
Nyamia Domo.
Anapa we bought Holland, Ambassador no, Abasupa,
Netherlands.
Yes, sir.
Netherlands, yeah. Ambassador no, we born Abasu. Argentina make us say we born Abasu. Fighting against Galatino. Or see, there's no way say it to me. We didn't again. Argentina make us say, the deal you to Galatino, you're buying for and most of that, you fully be one more shit. Can afford one the question said you took and say one. That's the question. We have to ask ourselves. So there is no way take and say you need to move in. Because I fully be one more only moving. Obey your deal with you guys, no I show me, no first bra. But also the vision you took and say so. The development there everyone. Intinia and if you make a near about the lake and again. And near Naposuka as you mean at the 100%. So the big cost you will money more. I am full. Or more, and what this was almost which of my game. Money the return full. Into to me, we are dealing. Not the thing possible money more. You have to speak against it. Only I mean you want.
You fireman, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, to also be to me at 0256253461 and our phone to 05383506525. Francis, good morning. Hello, Francis. Yeah.
But listen, I think one of the ways, and it's a media, especially in the web. Now your friend, I mean for our area, any military men or area, any MP, electoral, for our area, I'm going to this original. Many shows will be a bit near penetrating after saying yes, because of Galaxy. So if we're able to call them on board, now you be saying them, now we put them to task. Me and sure say. Galaxy and about for school feedings. I witnessed the SHSB. Now, in fact, a young woman spoons almost the champion and spoons, and short tables, At the tables, it be several cocoa and sun. I do want for the ladder, after it. And say what the fan on any account with a modern crowd. It's a better say. Yes, the combatant buying to be feeding now. Offer feeding no more. For near who say feeding is solely for our for none yakany in our buying fat. Yes, I bet what I say, but I'm not or not. It must be done. This morning, I think it must be done well. Ready, try it.
Francis, yeah, that's it. Yaro, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Pacho it you.
Good morning, dear. Pacho, open your boat in Kumasi.
Oh, okay. Papa Pacho it you.
Pacho, my you go with my family and no pain so.
Yeah.
The fact remains that we have all been students before. You want to always win the sympathy of your parents. So sometimes you exaggerate things. We have all been doing that. The days of Coco Sakura and Yende. Sometimes Coco Sakura. But it is to build you up. So that sometimes in life, and yet they are very rosy. All that they are going through is a formation. And you don't need to encourage them so. Or see if you tell me if you are it will put them out. It is always aspect and everything that is rosy. When we are good, they come out very tough. So let's encourage our children to rather study and be well. There are migratory issues. As a guarantee, so the government has been doing very, very well. And it's still doing it. It is our attitude. That yes, our attitude is poor. Open the TV, no at all, and then you say the whole place is dirty. It's our attitude.
You open boating, that's it.
All right, and opening what Ubia won the chefa, Timomufo or mo chefa, Aban so on the chefa. A sorry, so on the chefa. Intina ye ni business. A sorry so a day and a ye or method is asafu. Imuni say ye day Wesleyan TV program or your friend of Sorena Shrine. Ebesi wano pebia na ya bossa nyoma nyina hu deru na ye nyina ya toa adwene. Yanko Mr. Taylor so na ompra prechire kura mayen abra na ye bisa no besia abo asemi. Mr. Taylor.
Papa, me da papa, me gidi say busiapo ewo oman mu eyade a aban na obi a bobo ma bobi ebuye wo papa. The wusha from independence time I would say something billion dollars at the idea.
Mr. Taylor, so podium. Mr. Taylor, so podium na yanko kumase emra. All right, wenchi. All right.
Stephen, good morning. No for every wenchi. Hello, Stephen. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello,
good
Stephen.
Morning.
Hello. Oh, Mr. Stephen T. Hello. Morning,
good
Stephen.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Oh.
Stephen, me pacho utie hu o TV ne so dia me pacho lo o TV volume no na tie hu o phone ne so. 0256253461 and afin so 0538350625 me pacho from our TV volume no embra for me fama baba tell pacho na o ka me bi
ezi na peka say aban abasen ko ne twem ko ma bobi egunye wo pa na yame adum aba wo yiso abobo bi aka ye ho pa. You see, it is true say ye kra in our private lives loans eboaye e ma ye adwuma makom ye bi. But say ko be say ye ma loans no eye bebre e wo ye nso a e ma oman ne bu no so e den. Say our GDP debt to GDP ratio I understand it's over 76%. And see debt sustainability a problem as a country. Masra abai ne paying for. If we can look at homegrown policies, ebeboa ameyetime di e so kakra. Na tebemofo no so yama Ghana made materials ebeye okay amaye. Na yama oman no etumi no ho ahare no ewo bosabo a nka ba haye nka ba boa ye sorry nka ba boa ye pa but the situation where ya bobosi apo ya kofa transaction advisor na se kobobosi na no so agene de e ba sa
Papa Taylor me pacho mayenko
obia eka
Mr. Taylor me pacho mayenko otu amembra. Hello Abotari, good morning.
Morning na atina poma
Na me adomo papa.
Yo, na maso me chama ju feeling no.
Okay.
Mo tin de se awura Ghana mani na se bia na free education man ni ha ya hwe ya madada. Na fi se free education aba awura yen so awofo so ebo kakra. To san na mani na se de du gwa baba. Se ya tempo kra me ruka se yero man ma ya. Amen ma zinti mo ba ya ma fa no so ho be ya ho ma aban so be ya ho wa bo ora ya so awofo ya bu obi se di na ato abada e be ana no kom mo ba cha o sa na ne abegma na mpoko obi ye no mpoko na o sa aban won so ya wochu na ade mo ba ya obenye sika ma aban no wa bo ma field na akọrọ anara no o discredibility o sa na o se no won so ya ba wochu na ade na rutu na ade sa no wa kwa no bo para e be du na de ye enti o mi yin na ayamboa ma Ghana man no amfa ntampanfra wo mo admara ya hwe ne de no kware ma man no man nyesika sesera to ya wo keka wo de ba den wo ba de mi obi tumi twa ticket gum owi a na na wa ato de misika no bada ma na man ye nne na ya sent masra yina yanka kambo magana man on fa temple from man esi
Yo papa yeah that's it kwabna o free wenchi good morning.
Hello,
Hello, good morning.
good morning.
I'm not a patch of you, oh, Free Sunyani.
Oh, no, the Masita, but not like the club. You can come because of the Canada. It was doable and no people shall not go. Right. The make up I almost so far, look at the old and look at the other country at the other level. Law time is every law, and yes, do it. Because I wish I guarantee it's not only India. And I'm on fire to see a Tabita. You're you can't cut it so many. I don't know, I guarantee it's going on. If you're going to find your deal with it, your air costume, air boy, and why? I don't think I and so, and you papa, and Ghana, or we do not put you on time now. If you why is this thing going on? As to see as a law enforcement for the Bama, the one that paying for your camp, the law enforcement for the down. And the authorities do out to we do in Yama, and my big car said, the two second at the crown, and yeah. And I idea a Quarcoo, which means Canada, who goes to Yan, who go to Wadzi, who go they are doing it. And you know, I've been here, power of Ghana, to have the crowd of Ghana and Jim one, the cover phones are, I am cool, and yet, Ghana, Usha, idea a queer power, saying you vote, Papa. And so, I never get them, just think everything on the party, and why am I party, and to be you, then you have never been good you, and by the street, so no more packet. Ah, who that time look like you're the packet. Now, no show, you never go on Ghana. You're gonna be shot. The minute time look at the other, Ghana it's lawlessness.
Okay.
And you know, I'm telling you.
Okay. Maybe I show you, yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right, say yeah, proper crano na ye ko Mr. Taylor Hona, Mr. Taylor obey 2 minutes be na on from preach my cra. Mr. Taylor.
Papa, madasi bebre, intina me ka said kade bosa body eduba bia eboa ema individuals na on my organization to be yeduma. But eduba bia ye bi say ho say what is its implications on the economy itself? What the implication on generations yet to come? What the implication on infrastructure development? So Bobo Siana say one fine idea, one invest, say I'm fine be for so ambaso. Nasa woko Bobo Siana say what be dia. And if a cannibal do cross, a bit of baby no to be trouble cry and ye. Massam paying for loans are not bad. Loans are not bad. But the loan management sustainability of our debt and all that should attract the attention of our managers of the economy. Na yama on mind no one hide na kakra because as amuchine bebrea yama amount for kasa have you. Intimate says I buy ye be pa de nanso onye de ebetumi abona o tibem for so e wato ye kakra. Me dem ina say yama shey na.
Yo, Mr. Taylor, yedase pa nyame show.
All right. 80 yedase Mr. Nicholas Taylor. Ana ye neno kasaya no school akọ de nke ye komenko pa na otimi ejigina mu a okoje ni ntete ye se obeye okyerechirefo se samra ye kase wa kyerade a ma afi de one nat na ye adwuma oye trade unionist na afi so se ba so onkasa ma mabunu na afi onka bi ma ema ene eye atotofewa afo so a wo ya de papa emiri bi atwamu no na oye diocesan lay chairman the Methodist Church Ghana ewo Winneba Diocese. Mr. Taylor, thank you so much. And him say uwa kwentu mu na so waje mre eni akasa pa. Yeda se. All right. Eti ahwefo mo so na aka mo yenumu ewie kwakra. Onim say eye twa na ye twa ye ho aba ye ba ye ko yapomuden ni akwa agohwe yapomuden afeso so ye beko agoprama so na yakwa akodi agro ombeka se agro no wa so de eja ye ba sisia
It's been 60 plus 3 years of autonomy, 60 plus 3 years of revival and renewal with formidable growth. It's been 63 years of celebrating the birth of Ghana Methodism. Under the auspices of the Heritage Directorate, we bring you the 63rd Autonomy Week celebration from Sunday, July 21st to Sunday, July 28, 2024. Series of activities have been outlined for the celebration in all societies across the connection. Sunday, the 21st of July 2024 is the launch and opening of exhibition. Monday, 22nd July is a memorial service. Tuesday, 23rd July is a talk on the history of Methodist Church Ghana. Wednesday, the 24th of July is an inter-class quiz competition. Thursday, 25th July, Organizational Music Festival. Friday, the 20th of July, Autonomy Prayer Meeting for the Methodist Church Ghana in all societies. Saturday, 27th July, is Society Evangelism Program and tour trip to Diocese and Heritage Site. Sunday, the 28th day of July 2024, is the Autonomy Thanksgiving Service together with a flag raising ceremony at all the diocesan cathedrals. It's the 63rd Autonomy Week celebration. Let's join hands with the Heritage Directorate as we celebrate the commemoration of the day when the Methodist Church Ghana was granted a fully fledged conference status by the British Methodist Church in 1961. It's Autonomy Week celebration. Look out for the 60+3 Autonomy special chocolate to support our heritage site. This advert is powered by Communications and Publications Directorate.
Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready for another experience of educative, fun, culture, and an atmosphere of worship? Then it's another Yasta season. The Youth Development Ministry of the Methodist Church Ghana is inviting all young people in the connection to the 19th Binary Youth and Student Assembly from the 1st to 4th of August 2024 at the Pentecost Convention Center, PCC, Kaswa. Don't be left out. Come have an amazing experience.
𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘 carpet center. Baby oba ubenya carpet papa. Carpet bia ope. So oba God provide carpet center. Na we nya na kire se gise ye hyeda eye bimo. Carpet ayewo e dawson na we ye samples ayewo. Enam se obia wo ne color. Nti uba ye samples eni color bia wa ha bia ye obi. You want in quantity, so do be a PBR so ye benyama. Your wholesale price, your retail outlet pills to Accra. You will be a danceman, police station opposite. You will be a mile 7, you will be on your meche. You will be so a shineman. You will pay beer, Ubenya. Your carpet non so, emuye druye, and your papa. Your professional layers for her. Professional layers, water carpet in a year. One by a fair farmer. God will provide carpet center. Oba, be beer, be waha. Your mattress, student mattress, any domestic. Yeah, it be your number 4, Graphic Road, Accra, Toku House, former Uka Deco.
It's Friday Family Fun Day and you're still watching 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘. It's time for the health segment. My name is 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘. So 𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗙 is brought to you by 𝗡𝘆𝗘 Institute. 𝗡𝘆𝗘 Institute, a therapy center for all your addiction problems. Into any negative form of addiction. To me, a day 𝗡𝘆𝗘 Institute for now. Kochi and I pay on apomuding young channel. We are looking at the effect of the artificial family planning methods. Effect of the artificial family planning methods. Inti ye nim before a sister Frederica Cranche wire crado young corner yenino and komo.
Pills no one advantage and also one disadvantage. Midi kai and make I say pills no day so we fear there. To me, in fact, it is one of the disadvantages of having to take a pill. Otherwise, the pill is very, very effective. So, what started say fat pills now? Like every other medication, you will have some slight side effects with it. It has the side effects. Ni be say obenya some slight headache and I say some slight dizziness. It be more also I say omoti ya kakra ewo munufunum or it feels a bit heavy. It's the first few days or weeks after was started air funnel. Eventually it all gets better. But it also has added advantage. Say it makes your menses better, much regular and even lighter, and it reduces pain for more menstrual pains and also it will reduce pain so it makes it there's that advantage when you are taking the pills especially for those who have bleeding issues yeah, can effects a war injection the injection the 3 months and 1 month has similar effects. So ni na sa we start to say we use for possible say we bring some slight ill feeling be as any fa be as utia or ya as we need to chill in pain bebre na 1 year menses, especially with the 3 months injection 1 month injection in there most of the time on be your menses, but 3 months injection in pain bebre na 1 year menses is one of the side effects. Very normal. In pain bebre be more complaining say na my family planning me menses mba or show say bibi besi there be we bibi a nc normal because 1 year menses a chance a won tunkosia and naturally say 1 tunkosia there very possible so 1 year menses 1 tunkosia so a to me say so at least we have achieved our purpose of preventing pregnancy and and then aside that there is also the effect of a few people would tend to have some prolonged bleeding. We always say bleedy na so bleeding about 10 days 12 days you are still bleeding, you need to go back to the hospital. It's one of the side effects but we don't want you to be bleeding for a long period of time. Bleedy but who bleed so we don't want you to have abnormal bleeding. You have to report to the hospital. And ebimусubenya spotting instead of menses. Spotting it say ubenya moja nkiti na ebeba echi and sheda bleeding but I say who bleed moja brown be near DH na yeta friend moja fino and then they spotting ebimu homu bleed but ombenya sa spotting normal unless say aba ache. That one day you need to see the doctor and now you need to go back to facility now call injection no mama withdraw.
The effect of the pills and the injection and our young sister atre nyame adoma ejwada yebetwa effect of family planning the artificial family planning effect ejwada yebe etwa so na hyene so say yes sister near all can nyina ne say ebia sister ama ne effect and say obenya headache eno enche say sister abna enso so efa the same medication na ono so ebenya headache there be entisa obia ne body any effect ebenya in enwinti mo nhye ne enso emayen and ayede apomuden enkomo twetwe no ebesi nyame adoma ejwada jemre na hwe apomuden Apomden on WTV. Apomden was brought to you by 𝗟𝗡𝗃 Institute, a therapy center for all your negative addiction problems. Within the Rachel Mercy Ahin, Miss 𝗦𝗍𝗍𝗍, Miss Na, a day a year insurance minutes air to us.
𝗟𝗡𝗃 Institute, Ayaresabia Hotonia Sumdia Shehoma. Edia no wakwanchre. Wakwanchre ni adekodia poten no a epiama otokoso wa abrabomu. Nanso sensanom ni nubone fa basa betwa wa akwan mu a eyi wa adwene firi obotaye no so. Wo 𝗟𝗡𝗃 Institute no yebetumi aboa wo ni wabusuafo a muhia mo anyina ma wogye ayemodea. Ye ayaresabia sebi yebeboa wo na wato nsane nubone fa ntentan mu. Ayaresabia ibotaye ne se ebeboa adwuma mu nimdifo asuafo ni nipa ahodo anyina ama watu anamwa edikan a edefa ahodie bebre won mpanimfo a ye ne won di dwuma no bi ne won a wo hwa adwene mu yare afutufo ni adokotafo ni anesefo a wode won ho afiri nsanom ne nubone fansem yatete saa nimdifo yi na wo nimdia ne nyoma pa ebo ayarefo no na de atwam nso ne se ayaresan hyehyeye ni gina abefo hyehyemu ni USA hyehyeye a wode di dwuma no 𝗟𝗃𝗃 ayarehwe ne fie die nyina yepe yayaresan hyehyeye no gu ahodo na ebi ne medical monitored detox program, residential rehabilitation yesan tumi fa ye nananom akwa ahodo so sayare na ebi nso ne group therapy, 12-step AAA programs, recreational therapy ne nia ekeka ho ayarefo ne da akyehye ase bra ode ne nan besi biaye ho no a 𝗟𝗃𝗃 Institute ya belfo ayaresabia ehwe won a wado suko won nsane nubone famu na ani wiase afa na hyehyeye nyina nso yepe adampa hodo a ye wonu bi ne VIP rooms, professional rooms, standard rooms and air conditioned rooms. Laundry services ye free ahobambon nsem nso wo sro kama yesan wo biaye a osua de na eba no aduane sem de a uni hawkra ye na chukwan wo kumasi kochi e wa asante mantam Ghana. Sa wo pentremu bia nso a mepa chow frayan wo 0245 849185 ana 0322 496188. USA Fonson frayan wo 404 735 7697. Abe Fontaine Tansu behunu yen wo www.𝗏𝗏𝗏𝒻𝗏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏 TV, home away from home.
Hello, good morning once again, and thank you so much for joining us here on Insurance Minutes. My name is Miss Na. Insurance Minutes is proudly brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance Company. You can knock on any of their doors nationwide, but if you're in Accra, know that you can find them in also behind the Presbyterian Church. Today on Insurance Tidbit, it's Friday, the weekend is here, and so whatever activities you are going to engage in, make sure that you don't get tired before getting into your vehicle and driving home safely or driving to your final destination. Do well to take a little rest, and if you want to take a rest, please don't park on the shoulders of the road. Get into a very good place where there will be enough security, and then just close up the windows and then try and take a nap before you continue driving. Don't drive tired, and wherever you are going to, please don't drive beyond the speed limit that has been indicated on the roads. Do well to abide by all traffic regulations and road signs, and then you are good to go. But there's a video from 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance Company. We'll go take a look at it.
This is 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. He's a good guy, but cannot stay away from unnecessary attention and flex. Yes! He received this brand new car from a relative abroad to work with, but decides to wait for a while before registering it. So now, with this uninsured vehicle and a DV plate, he flexes in every corner of the city. Hey. Don't be like Couple. Insure your unregistered vehicle with the chassis number with Danwell Motor Policy and stay covered. You can also take other policies such as personal accident insurance, fire and flood, money insurance, contractors all risk, and others. Danwell Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.
That'll be all for Insurance Minute here on WTV. My name is 𝗟𝗏𝗃. Thank you so much for watching. But remember, you can also use any of their social media platforms, get interactive with them, or log on to their website, info@danwellinsurance.com, and then read about all the terms and conditions associated with each insurance policy that you are interested in. Up next is 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗘. Do enjoy.